destiny advisor, and welcome back to fucking Scorpio Chronicles. Period. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. On my channel, we talk about spirituality, we talk about consciousness, we talk about non-sugar-coated perspectives and opinions on life and reality, or at least this illusion that we call reality, and amongst other things. You're going to see a little bit of travel, you're going to see a little bit of story times, you're going to see me creating whatever my heart's desire and inspires me to create. So welcome back to my channel and to my 100 subscribers. I don't give a fuck how little or how small. Do you know how long it took me just to get 100 subscribers? I'm gonna shout y'all out real quick. Love y'all. Let's build the channel. And if you find any of my content resourceful or helpful, not resourceful or helpful, fucking subscribe to my channel. It ain't gonna hurt you none. Don't be a hater, because you're gonna learn some things. I know my energy is not for everybody, but it is what it is. You're gonna learn some things, take it or leave it. So on today's video, I actually just got back from the supermarket, so just unpack my groceries with me real quick. And then there's just a couple things I want to talk about, kind of give you a little bit of a life update, but most importantly, this vlog is all about reintroducing me. So if y'all don't know me, y'all gonna get to know me again, because if you haven't figured by the title of my channel, this is Scorpio Chronicles. I am a Scorpio, and to be a Scorpio is to constantly be changing and reinventing yourself. So yeah, there's gonna be many times on my channel where you tune back in after a long period of time, probably because I went MIA, and I look different, I act different, the energy's different, the content's different. Just expect change when you're dealing with me, because we grow and we evolve here. Yeah, so yeah. Right now, I'm just gonna unpack my groceries, but I'm gonna talk to y'all while I'm at it. Hey, we back again. So in my last video, hold on, back it on up. Okay, oh, did it zoom in? Okay, I thought I was tripping. So my last video, if y'all remember, it was one of those transparency type of posts. And in that video, I was just talking about why I basically left New York, didn't tell nobody, cut off my whole family, and started my whole adulthood life. So if you haven't watched that video, definitely go check it out. But the importance of me coming to film this video and giving y'all a life update is because if you have been following me since the very beginning, I've had my channel for about 3 years now, and I haven't been consistent at all, because consistency is something that I'm working on. That's a part of my life lessons to learn how to master the art of consistency. It's very common. So by my own doing, I have not been as dedicated to the craft, as dedicated to my purpose, and I feel like my purpose here is just to share my life experiences, because my life experiences is out there to help somebody like you, no matter what it is. I wanted to make this vlog to really highlight the importance of also showcasing when you're out of hell. Because a lot of my videos, like, I was very transparent during them times. Like, I was literally fighting non-stop spiritual battles, and I was in fucking hell, my nigga. Like, this shit was crazy. So now I really want to highlight my life and the importance of being authentic, tuning out the noise and the bullshit, working on your personal healing, your personal development, doing shadow work. And I wanted to highlight that because I want y'all to see what that shit will really get you. Like, if you ain't noticed by the environment, I'm whole in my dream apartment. So I wasn't gonna do the apartment tour, but certain things, like, I just feel like on social media, we be sharing way too much. And I've also been guilty of oversharing my life. But do I regret it? No, because the parts of myself that I overshared on my platforms, or just the people in the world, that is to show people, like, yeah, you see me during this phase, during this season of my life, and I might have been broken during a lot of them phases that y'all may have seen me in. But it's also important to highlight the glory of God, okay? To highlight how God will really move and shift you, how God will create new desires in you, how God will inspire you, and how God will trigger you through other people to get you to where God wants you to be. I am a living testament of, yeah, nigga, I went through hell. I went through nonstop of people backstabbing me. We talking parents, relatives, friends, okay? Relationships. I done been through it all. Like, and to this day, I still experience little spats of betrayal and fuckery from other people. But because of my experiences, and because I'm so transparent and authentic to who I really am, I can handle these type of energies way better now. Like, I don't give a fuck. If y'all don't know, my cutoff game, sniff sniff, is top motherfucking tier, chef's kiss, creme de la creme. Like, and I think a lot of people be fucked up because I'm one of those energies that if you come around me, you're gonna feel good, you're gonna feel loved, you're gonna feel seen, you're gonna feel heard. And then when I snatch that energy back, Nobody can handle it. I am a walking testament that there are earth angels out here, that certain people are assigned the duty by God to be walking karma, meaning you gotta know how to move with people. You can't just be treating people any old type of way, because you never know who's an earth angel, you never know who's one of God's agents, and you never know how God is gonna place that person in your life just to show you out. Anyways, I digress. Let me put my groceries away. All these. Period. That's my fit for today. It's giving pop, 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 pop. No, let me stop. Okay. I want to touch on a quick subject. Like, I took myself on a date the other day. If y'all follow me on Instagram at Inspired by Ari, it's actually very common. I take myself out on dates all the time. And I went and had lunch, and I was filming my content and all that jazz. I believe she's East African, but she was sitting and she was eating lunch by herself or whatever. So midway into my dinner with myself, she like catches my attention and she's like, "Oh, excuse me, ma'am, I have an entire bottle of champagne. Would you like to have?" Oh, no, it wasn't recording. Wow, that's crazy. Hold on. So I'm gonna just give y'all like this bit of the story so I could finish like putting away my groceries and shit. But basically I had this Ethiopian lady and she offered me a glass of champagne because she had a whole bottle that she couldn't finish by herself, which I thought was super nice. And me and her, we got to talking, and here's one thing about me that I noticed, and it never fails. Whatever type of energy or aura that I have, it is not to be fucking played with, because I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care if you're white, you're black. I don't care if you're in your 20s, your 30s, if you're 69. If you come across me, if you come across all of this, you're going to tell me your life story. You're going to spill all your tea. I don't know what it is that makes people so comfortable around me. It really is a blessing and a curse, because sidebar, I was talking to my therapist. Extra sidebar to the sidebar. So yeah, another life update. I'm in like therapy now. Proud of me, period. Yes, your destiny advisor, ain't no shame in my game. Like, I've been talking about my healing and I've been super transparent. So now I'm actually in that phase of my life where I'm doing all the things that I said that I would do to better my adult life, including therapy. So all right, back to the story. So I was talking to my therapist the other day, and she was basically saying, because I was telling her about how in my life experience, people always be trying to fucking play with me, and I don't understand what it is. So she was like, so why do you really feel like, what do you think it is about you that you give off to make people feel like they could play with you? And I told her, I honestly don't know what it is as to why people be thinking they could play with me, because I'm really not that nice. For real, for real. I'm nice because I choose to be nice, because I choose to be a decent, loving, compassionate, emotion-feeling human being. But that don't mean I'm fucking nice. And to be honest, I really don't like human beings like that, because I understand how human beings function. Anyways, I digress again. If you're new to my channel, welcome to this segment of my Kanye West rants, because I just be going off. Like, I'm getting so much downloads and so much things I want to talk about, and I'm hella excited to be back on my channel talking. But okay, bring it back in, Ari, bring it back in. The point I'm trying to make is, I realized, and this is something I always knew, but now it's undeniable. My energy is addictive as fuck. Like, people have not experienced my type of energy ever before in their life experiences. And crazy about it is, if they do me dirty, or our soul contract has ended, or I realize like, okay, I learned all the life lessons I need to learn here, it's time to go. When it's time for me to disconnect from these people, niggas start getting real crazy. Niggas start getting real stalkerish. Niggas start getting real possessive. Niggas start getting real gang stalkery. Like, it gets ugly. This ain't got nothing to do with just men. Like, women behave this way towards me too. It's like niggas want to own me. No, bro, but the shit is scary. And that's why I kind of like stick to myself. Just mind my business. Just mind my business. But anyways, back to the lady that I met at lunch. So I took the glass of wine, we started talking, and she started spilling her life story to me, which I didn't mind, because I'm a destiny advisor. It's literally a part of my soul mission to help heal people or help instill certain things in people by planting certain seeds of inspiration that will later grow into something if they want it to. because everyone got free will. I don't impose on people's free will. That's not my style. And she was very transparent. She's like in her 50s. She just got laid off from her job. She worked for like a big, major corporation job that we would all know of. I'ma not put all her business out there, but just know we know. She was talking and she was telling me how she's in a 20-year marriage with an Italian man and how he recently just came out to her and said that he's asexual. So she's going on and on about how they ain't fucking, but they're married. He all of a sudden after 20 years decides that you want to be an asexual man. All this other crazy shit. So more of the story is the lady is telling me this, and as she's talking, I just had to grab her hand. And I just started speaking life into her, which is something I need to be more mindful of, because my words got some extreme power. And when I speak something, it fucking happens. And something recently happened where I spoke something into existence and it happened, and then I realized like, yeah. Number one, not the two, okay? I'm like, listen, I want you to know that you are still worthy of love and you deserve to be loved properly. And you deserve to have your needs met. Great bullshit, because all of a sudden my camera is overheating. This shit don't never overheat. Anyhow. The devil is a lie. The lady's just explaining how her husband is allowed to meet his sexual needs, but she ain't allowed to do her own thing. And I'm like, ma'am, you are that man's beard, okay? If you know, you know. Stop letting these men play in your face. Stop letting these niggas play in your face. Which brings me to my next point. Don't drag me, because I'm going to just speak the truth and shame the devil. The truth is, a lot of these men don't like women. A lot of these men secretly hate our fucking guts. A lot of these men are in their toxic, low vibrational feminine energy. And that's why they act like bitches. And I'm gonna go in real quick and I'm gonna tell you why. When I left New York and I moved to Dallas, and I realized that one, not only had I had healed so much emotionally and spiritually that I didn't want to just entertain anybody, but I also realized that in New York, it's a lot of toxic masculinity, okay? If you know, you know. It's a lot of niggas that big up their chest and act like they gangster and hood niggas, but on the low, they're batiman. Hear what I'm telling you. Low. Now the issue with this is, during those times of my life, I was in a very much pick me, I want to be loved, I need to be seen, I need to be in a relationship. I was very codependent during that stage of my life. Ain't no shame in my game, because the woman that I have become is shitting on that girl, period. And that's just that on that. Okay? In this relationship that lasted 5 years, that man hated me. That man hated me so much, that's why he mentally and verbally and emotionally abused the fuck out of me. That nigga made it his mission to break my confidence and make me second guess and question myself. And the effects of that relationship lasted well into the rest of my 20s, because I didn't know how insecure I was, and I didn't know how low I thought of myself. Let's put it that way. And I'm gonna say that because I really didn't know how to love myself. I wasn't taught how to love myself. I wasn't brought up in an environment seeing what a healthy, coexisting and harmonious, loving relationship looks like. I ain't never seen that. Most women in my family, they were married and then they got divorced. Like, I don't know what healthy relationships look like. Believe me when I tell you, ignorance is fucking dangerous on so many levels. To be blindsided and living in illusions is so harmful to your well-being, not only on a physical level, but spiritually and mentally. That shit causes some serious damage. So mind you, I'm talking to this lady, she's 50 something years old. And I'm not gonna lie, as I'm talking to her, like, yeah, on paper, her shit's together. You got married, your husband got money, you got money, you're educated, you're successful, you're comfortable. But this woman doesn't know who she is at 50-something. This woman doesn't have an identity outside of her marriage. This woman is so unhappy and uncomfortable, and she's kind of ashamed and disappointed in herself because she sat there and she married a man who she always suspected was gay. We gotta stop doing this shit. I promise you. And I'm gonna go in because I've gone in on myself, and that's why I've been able to do the healing and the maturing and the growth that I have done thus far. Bro, you can't love from a broken fucking place. And when you're needy, like you need to be loved, you need to be in a relationship, you need to be with somebody. When you're afraid to be alone, you're gonna settle for the first extreme fear of being alone. You still gonna end up alone. It's better to be alone and embrace that fear of being alone. And if not in a relationship, I don't have a bunch of niggas in my phone talking shit to me, wasting my time, making me overexert my energy when it's not gonna go anywhere. I don't got none of that because I don't tolerate none of that bullshit. When you've been through what I've been through, or when you've been through anything and you want better for yourself, you're gonna act accordingly. Certain shit you cannot do. You have to hold yourself accountable. I realized I kept dating the same fucking energy, the same type of archetype over and over again. Until the point where I just decided I'm not gonna date no fucking body but myself. And I have been loving it. I have been loving it. I fly myself out on vacations. I do date nights with myself weekly. I'm so blessed. My life is stress-free. I sleep good at night. I can thrive and survive. I come and go as I please. Like, y'all gotta seek peace before you seek a relationship. Like, I enjoy my peace so much, I'd actually prefer to be alone than to just have a nigga just to say I have a nigga. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm single by choice. But a bitch got options. Oh, and best believe I got options. They just not the options that I want. They're not the options worthy of me entertaining them. But I got options. And so do you.
Yo, my camera kept overheating, so I'm gonna just end the vlog here, but like for part 2.